I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to manifest your dream life in 2020. Now, the interesting thing is that I had a vision 4 months ago, and now my manifestation and my vision is slowly coming into being, and I'm seeing the reality of what life really is, and that we can literally create what it is that we want. Like, your dream life is probably not as far as you think it is. Like, when I started this journey, I thought that it was really, really far away, and it did feel far away, and it still does feel kind of far away to some degree. But also, the interesting thing about manifesting your dream life that I'm seeing is that it's about the alignment and being congruent with your values and really being aligned with what it is that you want to create. Because 4 months ago, I had a vision, and now my vision is actually coming into being. And it's so powerful to see that this vision that I had is literally coming into manifestation. Like, it's literally happening now. And it's shocking to see how, at the beginning it was this thing that seemed so far away and out of my reality, and now it's becoming my reality. It's almost like I had to get aligned with my dream, be aligned with that part of myself, and now reality is catching up to that. Like, I saw that vision and I became that vision before it actually came into being. Now, don't get me wrong, I haven't created everything that my heart desires, but I do see that to create something is to be aligned internally with your truth and to just stay congruent with your values, knowing what your values are and then staying congruent with that. Now, when you stay aligned with that, your vision will come into reality. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to manifest your dream life in 2020 and how I personally aligned with this part of myself to see what it is that I want to create, like how I found what it is that I wanted to do, and then also aligning myself with that to let go of the programming that is stopping me from stepping into that. So if you're new to this channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell because I post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one, hit the link that's in the description box of this video and apply for a free consultation. So here's what I want to start off by saying is that every single person has an individual and unique purpose and dream life. So you first have to understand, what does that mean for you? Like, what is a dream life to you? What is success? You have to define success when you're going on this path. And it's interesting because everybody has a unique individual path that is specifically designed for them. Now, here's the thing with purpose is that you essentially can choose what purpose you want. Like, you can choose your purpose. I believe that there's an element of predestined stuff going on here. Like, we came on this planet to do certain things, but also you have free will to literally choose what purpose you want for yourself. Like, you can choose what it is that you want to do. Now, what's interesting to think about is that how you do that purpose is what is more important. Who you are being while you are taking action towards that purpose. But what you do is completely up to you. You ultimately can choose what it is that you want. But I also want you to understand that every single person has a unique, specific path that is meant for that person. Like, your soul came onto this planet to do something specific and to fulfill and manifest your dreams. Like, that's why you're here. Like, why else would we be here other than to create and experience what we want? What would be the reason? Like, are you here just to live a mediocre life and just get through life and get by? Like, I didn't see it that way. I saw my life as something that is meant to be experienced, and I meant to experience life to the fullest. Now, what that meant for me was following my vision and following what it is that I truly want, just for the process itself. Now, I want you to understand that your purpose is something that is unique to you, and what you decide to do and what your dream life is on the outside can always change. Like, materialistically and tangibly, what you do can continually change. But your dream life is not always about what you do, it's about how you are doing it. And when you align yourself with that state of how you are being, your dream life will manifest as a result of that. because you've changed your priorities. Like, what is success to you? Is success having money and something outside of you? Or is it a feeling of alignment? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Francis, I understand that, it's a feeling of alignment, but are you saying that I just have to let go of the vision? Absolutely not, because you can combine these things together. You can literally merge your alignment with your truth, being aligned with truth, and also your tangible vision at the external level. You see, my purpose is to, awaken and become present to the moment and expand my consciousness. And I've aligned my business with that. Now, I'm recording videos and I'm coaching people one-on-one, but for you, it can be something totally different. For you, it could be, you can be an artist. You could be a musician. You could be a comedian. So you see, what you do doesn't matter, but it's the energy that you bring through with what you do that will allow you to manifest your dream life in 2020. Now, when you align yourself and then you also have a vision, you're going to be able to create what you want. It's impossible for you not to create that vision. Now, of course, you have to know the why. You have to be congruent with your thoughts and your words and your actions and your beliefs with that vision, and you have to be aligned with your values, be aligned with the present moment. But I'm going to share with you what this all means. So the first thing I want you to understand when it comes to manifesting your dream life is, first of all, forget about what you're going to be doing. Forget about the traveling, forget about the money, forget about the success, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. But first, alignment with your truth is the most important thing. Alignment with your values, alignment with who you really are and what it is that you truly want to create in this life. That's the most important thing. Being aligned, doing something that creates joy for you. Life is not supposed to be as difficult as the ego creates it to be. You don't have to hustle and go to school for 6 years and then just do a 9-to-5 job. That's what society wants you to think, but that's not how it works. Life is so much more simple than that. In fact, you're supposed to follow your joy and your highest excitement. Now, I know that sounds cliche and it's like, okay, Francis, are you just going to tell us to, follow our joy and our excitement? No, I'm going to make it practical for you too, because there is an element of practicality here, but sometimes practicality can be actually you convincing yourself why you have to be practical when in fact, you're being consumed by fear and you're listening to society and you're not actually aligned with what it is that you truly want to create. Like, what does your heart really want to create? If you've been called to watch this video, you also understand that there's no coincidence on this planet. Now, the question I have for you is, what does your heart really want to be doing? Not what somebody told you what you should be doing, not what your mom wants for you, not what your dad wants for you, not what society wants for you, not what school tells you to do. What do you really want to do? What does your heart really want to do? Let go of logic, let go of money, let go of success. All of that will come. We'll get to that in just a moment. But what does your heart in your soul really feel like it wants to do? Now, aligning yourself with that is the most important thing. And I'm going to share with you how to get into that if you don't know how to get into alignment with that. But what you need to see is that alignment with your truth is the most important thing. Now, how do you do this? It's important to realize that there's a deeper intelligence that is running everything. Now, what you do doesn't matter, but the consciousness that you bring through it and who you are being and the energy behind what you do is the most important thing. What does that mean? That means that when you start having, like when I had my spiritual awakening, for example, I realized that the present moment is the only thing that exists. And I realized that whatever you do can always change, but there is an element of how you do it in the sense, how present to the moment are you? How aligned are you with the consciousness that runs all things? How aligned are you with the deeper intelligence that creates everything? Now, when I realized that, what I saw is that I can actually align myself with the present moment in any way that I desire. So what I chose was to record videos daily and start my YouTube channel. Now, I could have chose to be an artist. I could have chose to be a musician. Does it really matter what I do? Or does it matter that I'm aligned with the truth of who I am? You see, that's the most important thing. being aligned with the truth of who you really are and what it is that you truly want to create. Now, when you do that, you're bringing an energy through what you do. You're bringing a certain energy to what you do. It's not about what you're doing, but how you are doing it. And people feel that. People feel that energy off of you. And when you bring that energy through, it has to come back to you in the form of money and success. But the difference is that now you don't care about those things. You're not attached to those things. You're doing it just because you're doing it just to do it. Just to be aligned with your truth. Not because you want money, because you want success, because you change your whole perspective on success and you realize that what you really want is to be aligned with your values. That's what we really want at a deeper level. We want to fall in love with the process. We want to fall in love with the deeper values that we have, our core values. What are your core values? We want to be aligned with the present moment. We want to feel joy. We want to feel happiness. We want to feel blissed out being in the process of what we're doing. Like, I love what I do. And that's the reality, is that my vision's coming into being and it's almost too good to be true. But the truth is that it's not. That's reality. Life is simple. You're meant to fulfill your dreams. You're meant to create what you want. Now, there's an element of resistance there, and that's the part that can be a little bit difficult. So once you realize that you have to align your truth, align yourself with your truth, align yourself with what it is that you really want to be doing, what you can do next is realize that you have to stay aligned with that and realize that the old version of you is going to try to pull you back. Realize that that old self is going to try to block you from stepping into that. And see, that's where the heaviness might come in. That's where it can start becoming difficult. See, I'm not saying that this whole process and path was easy. There's obviously difficulties that come in this process. Like I had to, let go of going to school. I had to drop out of school. I had to let go of relationships. I had to let go of this. I had to let go of that. And there's obviously some resistance that comes up, but the truth is that you have to stay consistent with that reality that you want to create, and then reality will catch up. And now here's what's going to happen in this process. For me personally, this is how it played out. I've been recording videos every single day for 4 months, and at first it wasn't happening. But I stayed consistent with that identity that I wanted to create. And now reality is catching up and I'm seeing a reflection of that internal alignment that I had at the beginning, that I stayed consistent with for 4 months. Now, in the process of those 4 months, my old self tried to pull me back and say like, why I can't do this, why there's doubts, there's limiting beliefs, there's financial beliefs, there's all this. Now what I would do is I would observe those limiting beliefs. I would become the awareness of those, let those go, pull back into my feminine, and then step back into the masculine and stay consistent with my dream. You see, that is the key. When you just stay consistent with your dream, it's easier to let go of those blocks. It's easier to let go of those blocks because you're not attached anymore. You're just saying, okay, this is what I want to create. I'm just going to stay aligned with this reality no matter what. If there's old blocks that come up, let it go, continue on. Let go of the deep subconscious programming that is blocking you from creating what it is that you want. Because the truth is that your soul and your higher self, or whatever word you want to use, it's not really important here, wants to be aligned with your deeper truth. That is why you are here. You are here to align yourself with your truth. Now, of course, the old self doesn't want that. So you have to be conscious of that and let it go. Let go of the subconscious programming that blocks you from that truth. Now, here's what I want to share with you. When you're aligning yourself with your dream life, understand that it might not be easy. There's going to be consequences. There's going to be family objections. There's going to be friends you have to let go of. But ultimately, it's all worth it because that's what you're here to do. You're here to be bold. You're here to stand out. If you're watching this video, you're not here to just go with the herd and just do random things. I'm talking about manifesting your dream life. Manifesting your dream life is simple, but it's not easy sometimes. But it can be easy if you understand how the subconscious mind wants to stay stuck where it's at. You can make the process easy. It's simple. It is simple. It's not like complicated, but it can be difficult at times. But when you understand that reality is just a reflection and then starts to catch up, like reality will catch up if you put enough energy into something. It has to. Like if I record a video daily for months, years, also being aligned with my deeper values while I'm doing that. You see, it's not just about the action, it's about the alignment with what it is that I want to create. So you're aligned with your values, you're taking action consistently, and you're also allowing reality to catch up, understanding that reality will catch up eventually. It's impossible for you not to create that vision. It's absolutely impossible. Like when you understand the deeper energy dynamics of how reality works, you realize that everything's connected, and that when you put energy out into something, you receive it back because everything's connected. Now, if I record videos daily for a long enough period of time with the assumption that I'm aligned with my values and my truth, assuming that's what my heart really wants, it has to happen. It's impossible for it not to happen. And it's happening. It's literally happening. It's shocking to see that my reality is actually catching up. Now, there's more stuff I want to create, but I'm seeing it happen. My analytics are going up, my subscribers are going up, my views are going up, everything is going up. My money is growing, like I have more money now, I have more of this, like everything's coming into manifestation. But for the first 4 months, do you think that's how it started? You know, like for 4 months I posted daily and there was no views. Now there's still not enough views. I mean, there's enough, but it's not the amount of views that I particularly wanted at this point in my life. Like 4 months ago, I thought I'd have much more views, but did I let that stop me from continuing and posting daily? Did I let that stop me from staying aligned with that identity and that version of myself that I wanted to become? No. Now here I am, and my reality is coming into existence. But you have to understand this, is that my reality is coming into existence because I stayed aligned no matter what happened on the outside. That's the most important thing. You want to be aligned no matter what happens, no matter what people tell you, no matter what your own mind tells you, because it's probably your own subconscious beliefs blocking you. You have to stay aligned no matter what, and have a system and an approach and a deeper understanding that your subconscious mind and your ego wants to stay stuck and it wants to stay comfortable. Now, when you understand this, creating your dream life isn't that difficult. It's not that difficult. It can be difficult, but it's relatively simple. It's just about understanding that your dream life wants to come into existence, because the truth also is that when you align yourself with your dream life, people get value. It's very inspiring. It helps the world. It helps to raise the vibration of the planet. You being aligned with your dream life is what the world really wants. The world wants you to step into that vision. The world wants you to step up into that higher power. The deeper intelligence that runs reality wants you to be aligned with your truth and actually step up into your vision. That's the truth. Your higher self and the deeper intelligence that runs and creates all things actually wants you to step up into that higher vision. Now, once again, what you do does not matter. I decided that I wanted to be a full-time YouTuber, and reality is catching up to that. You see, I saw it in my mind, I saw it in my mind's eye, I stayed consistent, I had doubts, and I know it sounds like I've already achieved everything that I want. I haven't, but also keep in mind that the ego always wants more. When I finally hit, like, you know, let's say I hit 100,000 subscribers. Do you think that, okay, finally made it, here we are? That's just the end of my journey? No, there's always more. That's what the ego doesn't get. There's always more to create. There's always going to be more, but the truth is that you can allow that to be, but just don't be attached to the more, and understand that whatever it is that you have in your mind will happen and reality will catch up. That's the most important thing. How it happens, how long it takes, that's going to be different for each person. But reality has to catch up. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of the universe. If I put in enough work in my videos, assuming that I'm aligned with my truth, it has to come into being. It's impossible for it not to come into being. Your reality has to catch up. It's impossible for your dream life not to happen when you are aligned with your truth. It's absolutely impossible. And I see that now. I see that now. I didn't see that 4 months ago, and I had to be more faithful, and I still am faithful because I haven't created everything that I want. But I do see that literally your dream life has to come into existence if you're aligned with your truth, you're aligned with the present moment, you're aligned with the deeper intelligence that runs all things, meaning that you're aligned with the present moment, and you stick to that vision that you want to create. It's impossible. Now understand this as well, that your subconscious mind has deep programming that wants to keep you stuck where you're at. Now the key is to understand when it's time to fall back into your feminine and let go of that old version of you that will allow you to step up into that reality. Like when I was starting my YouTube channel and I was growing my business and my brand, what I noticed is that there was all sorts of beliefs like, am I worthy to talk on camera? Like, am I worthy to take on this client? There's this heaviness. Like, am I worthy? Who am I to speak on this stuff? Who am I to speak on this? Well, realize this, life is a game. Life is a game. We're living in a matrix. You can create anything that you want. Who decides your level of worth? You do. You decide your worth. Nobody can tell you what your worth is, but your worthiness doesn't depend on what you do or what you say, but how you are doing it and the energy that you bring through what you do. How you are being, who you are being is more important than what you are doing. That's what I realized after my spiritual awakening, is that it doesn't matter if I become a YouTuber. It doesn't matter if I become a musician or a comedian. It does not matter. Ultimately, I can choose whatever it is that I want to do. What's important is that I am aligned with the present moment and the deeper intelligence that creates reality. And also, I'm aligned with my values and my heart feels good with that thing that I'm doing in that present moment. Doing something that puts you in the flow state where you love the process of what you're doing. You're falling in love with the process. If you're not doing something where you're falling in love with the process, that is not your dream life. Your dream life is not something that feels hard. Yes, there's difficulty when you have to let go of your ego, but generally speaking, when you're falling in love with the process, there's joy, there's a feeling of contentness, there's a feeling of peace, there's a feeling of flow, there's a feeling of alignment where you just feel intuitively that you love doing that thing. That is the truth of your dream life. Your dream life may take a while to build up, but the process, you're gonna love it. You're going to love it to death. Literally to death. You won't care if you die tomorrow or the next day. You're just doing it because you love the process. Why are you here? To love the process. Something that puts you in a flow state where you love the process, that is what your dream life is supposed to be. If you make money, if you have success, if you have women, if you have relationships, you have the perfect boyfriend, you have all these materialistic things, but you don't love the process, is that your dream life? Is your dream life doing something that you hate, but you have all this external material wealth? That doesn't sound like the dream life to me. That sounds like achieving material wealth, working hard for it, feeling resistance along the process, and now you still feel empty inside. Your dream life should put you in the flow state, allow you to love the process, give energy and value to people that comes back in the form of money because everything's connected, and the energy you put out into the world will come back to you. But what kind of energy do you want to put out into the world? Energy of resistance or energy of being aligned with your purpose and what you love doing? Now, how do you do this? You're thinking, Francis, okay, I get it. How do I find that purpose? What do you mean the deeper intelligence that runs all things? When I had my spiritual awakening, I realized that being aligned with the present moment is the most important thing. Doing meditation, learning how to connect deeply to the present moment. Like what I realized is that I can do meditation. I can connect deeper to that state of consciousness, that state of I amness, that state of being the awareness that can observe all form, but then, being present to the moment and then bringing that state into something that I do. So my meditation, I realized, was much bigger than my meditation. I realized that the meditation was giving me the energetic foundation to bring that energy into my videos and into my clients and my client calls and my coaching and art and whatever it is that I'm doing comes first with the energy behind all of that. That's what I realized is the energy. It's the energy that you bring through what you do. So how you find your purpose is understanding that whatever puts you in that flow state, whatever puts you in a state where you love the process of what you're doing, it puts you in a state of joy, it puts you in a state of alignment, you will intuitively know what your purpose is when you get your ego out of the way. When you stop trying to logically understand things with the mind, but you feel into your purpose. You feel present to the moment. You feel the alignment. You fall in love with the process of your purpose, not because you want money, not because you want success, not because you want numbers on a screen and subscribers, not because you want a numbers in your bank account, not because you want all these materialistic things, because you know the deeper meaning behind what's really going on here on this planet. That is your purpose. That is your dream life. Now, of course, money's gonna come as a result, but really what you're here and what your dream life is dependent on, the foundation of your dream life is to be aligned with who you are. That's the foundation. Define your dream life. What is your dream life? What does that look like? How do you feel? Do you want money and success and women, but you feel bad? Is that a dream life to you? Is your dream life having all the external manifestations, but internally feeling resistance, wanting more? That's what the ego always wants, is more. I want more manifestations. I want more money. I want more women. Is that your dream life? My dream life is being aligned with the present moment. Being aligned with my truth. Being aligned with what I love to do. I realized the other day that I'm falling in love with the process of life. If I was to die tomorrow, I'm doing what I love every single day. That's the most important thing. That is what we're here to do. You have a limited time on this planet. Like I just heard the other day that Kobe Bryant passed away. And what that got me thinking was, we have a limited time on this planet. Are you gonna be here to just chase success, chase money? Or are you here to follow your true calling and follow what your soul really wants to do? Because the inevitable truth of life is that we have a limited time. Now, I'm not saying that to make you fearful. I'm saying that because I want you to appreciate the sacredness of every single moment, the sacredness of this present moment, and that being aligned with the state of joy and being aligned with the state of flow, being aligned with the truth of who you are, should be your number one priority. And if it isn't, you're not going to live a fulfilling life. And if you get that external success, you're not going to feel happy. That's not what you're really going to want. Success is a trap. Success it's fake. It's just part of the matrix that we live in. You don't want success. You don't want money. You don't want relationships. You want to be aligned with your truth. And if you need money, you'll get money as a result of that, because the deeper intelligence will give you what you need to feel good. The universe will provide for you those things that you need to feel good. But it's not about what you need, it's what you want. We are transcending survival and needs right now. We are here to want, to create, to manifest, to enjoy the process. That's why you're here. If this video is resonating with you, I want you to hit that like button and also leave a comment down below to share how this made you feel, to show that other people are also wanting to create their dream life. You are not alone in this. 4 months ago, I had a vision, and now it's coming into being. You can create anything that you want. Understand that you're gonna have to let go of a lot to do it, But that's going to be much better than following the path of the ego and following the path of fear. And either way, you're going to go in 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, however long you live, we're all going to go. But the question is, how are you going to feel while you are creating what you want? That is the key. How you feel while you are creating your life. It's not the result. It's falling in love with the process. Now, I know this is getting repetitive, but that is the energetic foundation to create your dream. If you don't get this right, you're going to live a life of suffering and a life of guilt and fear and worry and regret. Don't make your life something where you feel like you're regretting. Don't get to your life 30 years, 40 years, 50 years from now and regret not following your dream. My mentality was, if everything goes completely wrong, which I don't think it is, my manifestation's coming into being, at least I followed my dreams and my path. Now, I know that sounds cliche, but I was also practical with it. I knew I wasn't going to go homeless, so be smart, but don't let fear consume you. Don't be too smart. Be illogical. Be bold. Now, I'm not taking responsibility for what decisions you make, but live your life. Be bold. Stop doing things for your family. Stop doing things for your friends. Do it for yourself because you love the process of what you do. That is why you are here. You are here to fall in love with the process, align yourself with that so powerfully for such a long period of time with such strength and power that reality has to reflect that. If you align yourself for a long enough time and stay consistent with that, reality has to catch up. It's happening in my life. My YouTube channel is growing. My dream is coming into reality. We are living in a matrix. We're living in a game. You can create everything that you want. I know for some of you, there's a heaviness around this because you're like, Francis, I see the truth here, but like, I don't know if I have the balls to do what you did. Learn to meditate, learn to be more present to the moment, connect deeper to your truth, and you'll have no issues. If you do, at least you did something that you love. Okay, when I say no issues, I'm saying that, ultimately, what's the worst that can happen if you follow your dream life? What's the worst that can happen? Like for me, it's like, okay, I go 9-to-5 job, I can do something that I hate. That's much worse than barriers that come along with creating my business. The barriers that come along with creating my business, I'll take it. I'll take that. I'll take that way more than doing a job that I hate for this matrix and this game. Okay, we're living in a matrix. We're living in a game. And you can play the game how you want, not how society wants. Play the game how you want to play it, not how other people want to play it. Stay aligned with that, and reality will have to catch up for you eventually. That's all I have for this video. If you want to download my free guided meditation, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. I'll also leave it as a comment in this video. This meditation is specifically designed to connect you deeper to the present moment. And it's going to give you that presence, that feeling of presence that will connect with your purpose and your dream, because that energy of presence is what connects to what it is that your soul really wants. So if you want to try that out, it's totally free. Once again, hit the link that's in the description box or as a comment in this video. That's all I have for you today. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.